What is up, guys? Anti-tier Guild Forever gonna do a brief little review for Kamen Rider. Well, not Kamen Rider. Technically, it's called Fuuto PI episodes 10 and 11. So, I know I missed out on getting calling it Kamen Rider. I mean, it is Kamen Rider when you think about it. It definitely is Kamen Rider. So, anyway, pretty much this is going to be a reaction to Fuuto PI episodes 10 and 11. I know I missed out on last week's, and I know yesterday a new episode came out, so I was going to get it out yesterday, but I was a little busy, so instead I ended up getting, you know, the episodes out tonight. Be on the lookout for other uploads though, because I will be uploading other videos sometime tonight. I will be uploading the first episode of 1000 Year Blood War here on YouTube. I was gonna post it up on Google Drive, but I feel like it'll do better on my channel, because once again, my channel needs the most help in that honest regard. I decided to stop with the cross juggle henshin because at first it looked like it was doing well from the first upload I did in a long time, but turns out it's not doing that well, unfortunately. So I'm deciding to go back to the old format. I'm going back to doing like 3 videos at once. They're all gonna be Discord redirect, but I will say this once again: if you are watching this video right now as I'm talking, I'm going to say it one more time. Guys, please like the video, okay? If you do not want to watch this video all the way through, I will not be upset at that. I mean, if you don't, I mean, I would appreciate it if you watched it all the way through, but if you at least like the video, trust me, if you at least like the video, you would be doing me a world of good. You would be helping me out immensely. So please, guys, like the video. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't even take 5 seconds of your time. If you don't want to like the video, if you don't like, let's just say there's a reaction being uploaded, right? You don't care for that reaction, you don't care for that series or whatever. If you at least like the video, that is enough for me. It's like, hey, if you like the video but you don't care for the reaction, you don't care for the review, you don't even care for the series, hey, that's fine. If you like the video, that shows you're at least still willing to support the channel, and honestly, that's good enough for me. So please, again, if you don't want to watch the video all the way through, if you don't want to watch the reaction, if you don't even want to comment, if you can at least like, then trust me, you are doing more than the norm. You are helping me out immensely if you like. And please, don't just do it for like a day or two and that's it. Be consistent. Because once again, it does not take any day out of your life to just hit that like button. At least once. I mean, I'm not saying once that... I'm just saying just like the video in general. So again, if you're willing to do that, that does me a world of good. So yeah, I decided to upload them as 3 separate videos because someone did mention that, hey, why don't you upload them as separate videos? That way, like, it's a lot easier for them to find that specific reaction. And not everyone wants to sit through the cross juggle henshin review, because there may be things in there that you don't care for. So, and I will admit one thing. There's one thing that the cross juggle henshin is affecting that I don't like. It mixes up my thought process because I'm not getting the reaction fresh, you know what I mean? So it does confuse me a little, and that's where it kind of goes bad. In that hindsight, then yes, I'm going to go back to 3 uploads. So there's going to be 3 videos being uploaded at once, okay? That's what's going to end up happening. And yes, it is a lot. It is a lot, at least for me anyway. But if you're willing to at least like the video, even though I'm going to do a lot, if you're willing at least to do is like the video, then hey, I'm willing to put in the effort. If people are willing to be like, all right, I'll like the video, this and that. Again, I'll be uploading. So for those that are watching this review for Kamen Rider, I'm calling it Kamen Rider again. Fuuto PI. I'm sorry. I'm used to calling it Kamen Rider. Like the other 2 videos just for the sake of you trying to support the channel. And what the hell? Did I just accidentally I accidentally turned that on, didn't I? I'm gonna go back through the video to see. Please tell me. Oh my gosh. Please tell me that did not. I think it just happened. All right, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go through this video, and if it happened to where like, oh, this entire time I've been talking, it showed what I had on before. But if it didn't, then it's fine. I'll just keep going. But if it did, I'm gonna have to redo this video in a different take. Son of a gun. But anyway, it is what it is. But you get the point. But anyway, talking about Fuuto PI, let's just get down to it, because I've been talking for 6 minutes and I haven't even mentioned one thing about Fuuto PI. But it was very important that you guys know this information. That way you know that I need your help. But anyway, regarding Fuuto PI, I will say this. What the hell was with that scene with the boy and Tokime? Look, that shit was going in danger zone territory. That shit was going in danger zone territory. That kid was like, take off your clothes for me, girl. I want to, and do it slowly. That's right. That's it. Take it off. Take it all off. I'm like, what the hell? Well, okay, he didn't say it like that, but you know that's what he'd be thinking, though. You know what's the incentive. And again, I'm not saying it was, I mean, I'm not trying to make her seem completely innocent, but basically what I'm trying to get at is that she did make him think that by putting that little device or that little card in her chest. So she did put that in his mind. I'm just shocked she actually did that in front of a boy, like in front of a kid. I feel like if it's in front of a little girl, it's like whatever. But if it's in front of a little boy, yeah, you kind of gave him that incentive. Again, I'm not saying she deserved what she got. I'm just saying she put that in his head when she did that. Once again, I don't know why she did that in front of a boy. I don't know why. Again, maybe I'm overthinking it, but you guys can let me know. Don't you think that was a bit much? Again, if it was in front of a grown-ass man, it's like whatever. But it was in front of a little boy. But anyway, you can make the argument that that boy is no longer human because he's a, you know, he's a dopan, however you say it. But yeah, now Shotaro, Philip, Ryu were able to get into that shadow Fuuto. They took out a lot of the enemies there, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Nakaida, you know, steampunk bastard. Literally, he sets off steams. He was actually one of the toughest enemies I seen him fight, even more so than the granny. And they went to their ultimate form against her. But in this situation, I'm wondering, why didn't you go to your ultimate form, your W Extreme, like, or Joker Extreme? Why didn't you go to your ultimate form? You probably would have had a higher chance of beating him. I don't know. Maybe they thought it was useless, considering every hit they withstood from that you know, that fire guy, it just melted right through their armor. They were extremely vulnerable to that thing. And I guess maybe they assume, I don't know. I'm just saying, if some guy is barreling through, like melting my armor off of just punching me alone, that's a red flag. I'm going all out. Like, dead ass, I'm going all out. I ain't wasting my time, my energy, because I still need to figure out where the old man is, and I need to figure out where my assistant is. So it's like, I ain't got time to fool around with your ass. I need to get shit done. So that's my mindset anyway. You guys let me know if you would have done the same. But at the end of the day, they technically didn't win. They did do some pretty big damage to Steampunk guy. They'd hurt him, but they still couldn't take him down. And then Bando was just in the shadows looking at everything from a distance. Again, I'm almost 100% certain Bando and Tokime are completely related, whether father, daughter, brother, sister, some shape or form. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And at the end of the day, though, they had to be forced out of that shadow world, while the old man and Tokime are stuck there, trying to survive, trying to find a way out. But luckily, Philip and Shotaro and the little girl managed to find a device that helped them get into the other to go back to Shadow Fuuto. I'm sure they're gonna use this device to be able to head back there, and then being able to save the old man and Tokime. But if the next episode really is the last one, then this could very well be the final bout. At least I'm certain of that. Unless the series is a lot longer than we thought, or there's going to be a part 2 or a season 2. Honestly, I hope there's just more Fuuto PI, because this series is actually really, really good. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I want to see more Philip and Shotaro. Granted, I will say this is one of the series where I've seen their henshins the less, which is not necessarily bad. It's like a different perspective. I know the detective aspect of it is the most important when in regards to the series. They're trying to show more on the detective side of it rather than the Kamen Rider side. The Kamen Rider still plays a factor, but only as an absolute rather than in a conditional thing. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Well, that was stupid. Talking while you're drinking. That's very smart. Man, I'm gonna lose my voice. I'm joking. But yeah, I get it. The Kamen Rider thing is only there whenever it's something out of normal human capabilities, like finding clues, solving cases. That's something you can do as a human. You don't need to do that as a Kamen Rider. A Kamen Rider is just a last resort to be able to take on any threat that you can't do as a normal human being, which honestly, that's the more responsible way to do it. It's just majority in Kamen Rider series, usually the Kamen Rider form isn't absolute, because majority of the times they're gonna run into some kind of creature where they need to go Kamen Rider. But in most of these episodes, I've noticed usually it's like an episode after the other where the Kamen Rider form comes into play, because let's just say they start a new case. Most of that case is just gathering information and then encountering the threat, while the episode after that is when they finally neutralize or like take out the threat as a Kamen Rider. So it that's the kind of the formula they're playing. First part of the case, they're just trying to gather and find the culprit, and the final part of the case, they beat his ass essentially and then be on their way. That's typically how it goes in regards to, you know, this episode's way of doing things, which again, it's not bad. It's different since, again, I'm used to seeing the Kamen Rider very often in most Kamen Rider series. But I will say this, the series is not called Kamen Rider. Yes, it is featuring Kamen Rider characters, but it's called Fuuto PI. Fuuto is the city of this series. PI, private inspector, right? At least I think that's how you say it. So they're focusing more on those two aspects of it, so that's why I'm willing to let it slide. And honestly, I'm fine with it, because for the most part, I've just been enjoying the series all the way through. I'm just happy that we actually have a Kamen Rider series that's doing well. At least, again, let me know you guys' thoughts. I'm not sure if this is actually the first time Kamen Rider got an anime adaptation. And when I mean an anime adaptation, I mean an actual anime dedicated to something related to Kamen Rider. Like an actual anime dedication. Not a cameo, not a little brief spin-off where they're like chibis or whatever. Like an actual dedicated anime. And I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Me personally, I just hope they continue with this trend. Whether it's once a year, 1, 2, 3 times a year. But yeah, I will say this. I'll ask you guys a question before I call it for this video. If there was a Kamen Rider series you would see adapted as an anime, which would it be, and tell me why, without getting too much into spoilers, unless it's a series I've already seen. But anyway, that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace. I'm out.